Welcome to Williammorrowsculptures and the creation story of Split Second of Free Air, another masterpiece from the legendary metal artist William Morrow.
It's on my mind right now that I'd like to talk about is one I call the Split Second of Free Air. And when back when everything was going down the tubes, we'll say, in Grand Junction, after Exxon pulled the plug on everything. And a friend of mine who had taught, he was teaching sculpture and metalwork at Mesa College, and he had to get everything off of his property. And I had a truck, and my friend didn't. So he asked me if I'd bring my truck over and load up all his scrap iron. He says, "I don't care what you do with it, just get it out of here." And the torso of the piece of sculpture, Split Second of Free Air, is a body that part of the structure was built by Larry Runner. He was the fellow that gave me the material, and he had fashioned that out of old chrome car bumpers, and he was trying to make a magnified piece of popcorn. But in the course of doing it, he managed to take all the chrome or nickel plating off of these old bumpers, and he just never got satisfied with it, and it was in his scrap pile. Get rid of it. I couldn't throw it away, so I took it home, put it on the top of my shed, which is in between the back of my house and the front of my shop. And I'd walk by it every morning and look at it, and maybe roll it over to look at it from different angles. And one morning I looked at it, and a light came on, and I said, I could see this torso of a motorcycle, one hand on the handlebar and going down. And that started it, and in a few days I had it completed, and it didn't take me too long. Everything got kind of magical. Made the wheel out of an old wire spoke automobile wheel that had been destroyed. It was bent and the spokes were gone. I fixed some spokes and made it like a motorcycle wheel. Fixed the, I don't know, might have used the handlebar off of something else. I'd have to look at it to be sure whether I fashioned the handlebar or what. But anyway, it just came together. The hair that's blowing out from under his cap was some cutouts from a friend of mine had drawn a Indian. It was on steel plate. Well, he didn't draw it on steel plate. I transferred it to steel, but it was a kind of a profile of the side view of an Indian, and there's a horse's head, his mane, and the Indian's hair, and the stuff that was the Indian's hair, I turned that into the hair coming out from the motorcyclist's cap. Anyway, that's the way it come together. And I've turned down some pretty decent offers for that piece, but I just couldn't take them. I wasn't going to part for, I had a solid offer of $3,000, and no, couldn't take it. It's worth more than that.
It definitely is. It's
Yeah.
like you can see how it flies through the air, and it's just an absolutely amazing piece.
Yeah.
Wasn't it in Carbondale over the bridge? Didn't you say, or where was it?
Oh yeah, it was
Display?
in Carbondale and in public display. It's on the hill at the west end of the bicycle trail that goes from Carbondale to Aspen.
So a lot of people have seen that over
Oh,
the
yeah.
years. How long was it there?
Oh, it's been up. It was up there for a couple of years at least. I think it spent Oh, I spent a lot of time at the Village Smithy Cafe there on the third and Main. Very popular cafe there.
Mm-hmm.
And it sat in the yard out there for a number of years. When I left Carbondale, I got scolded by the man that owned the cafe. Well, you can't take that. I said, yeah, I can, it's mine. And he says, well, we just love it. And I said, well, you didn't pay for it, and I'm taking it, and I'm moving. And Bill Bullard loaded it on his truck and took it to Rifle.
Is the cafe still around?
The cafe's still there. Yeah.
Hey.
The owner that run the place at that time, he passed away several years ago. His son runs it now. But no, the cafe is probably the most popular cafe in Carbondale.
Oh, lovely.
The Village Smithy. They got an old animal out in front of the place, and they call it the Village Smithy, but I don't know if it was ever a blacksmith shop there. I know there was a blacksmith shop in Carbondale, but it wasn't there. That was George Fogus.
Why did you choose to put that piece around its neck? I mean, this is a wild-looking guy flying through the air. It's absolutely an amazing piece. It's one of my favorites out of all of your work. Why did you choose to put that piece that's hanging on his neck? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because this piece is all character, man. I love this piece.
I don't know, I'd have to look at it.
That's okay. It's been a while. It's since moved. It's now on location here in Rifle, ready for the auction. So yeah, it's ready for anyone.
Well, is there anything resembling a zipper?
Yeah, there's a zipper.
Okay, that's the handle on the zipper.
Oh, it's a pretty big size handle.
Yeah.
But it's got the helmet, and I mean, it's just an amazing piece, and it really looks like it's flying through air. And Split Second of Free Air is a brilliant name for it. Another genius creation from you.
You have to drive a motorcycle and experience a split second of free air, which I had on a few occasions.
I bet you have.
If I landed on my back with a motorcycle on my chest,
Oh
and my pants rolled down, had both cheeks were road rash on both cheeks and on the back of my head because I wasn't even wearing a helmet.
Uh-oh.
So
well, this guy at least has a helmet on.
yeah.
Well, another piece from the brilliant mind of William Morrow. So thank you for listening. This is about Split Second of Free Air, and it is on auction at Williammorrowsculptures.com.
Split Second of Free Air is riding off into the sunset. Oh, what a beautiful sight. William Morrow is visiting with his grandson and his new bride, Lane and Sedina, in the summer of 2024, alongside Split Second of Free Air. The auction benefits the William Morrow legacy, benefiting his grandchildren, Lane, his bride Sedina, and Macy. Thank you for your support. Go bid now for the one and only Split Second of Free Air and all other items available at the Williammorrowsculptures.com website. All the auction items are only available until September 21st, 2024 at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So place your bid and help William Morrow pass on her legacy to his grandchildren. We thank you for your support.